And we're back.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
It's spooky season.
Jamie sounds awful. Glad to be here.
Yoo-hoo, baby. Let's roll. Saddle up. Regulators mount up.
Jumping right into it.
Yep.
Yep. What are we jumping into?
The deep end, baby. The deep end.
Ooh, I can't swim that good.
I say first things first. We are a Harry Potter podcast.
Are we,
Yep.
though?
Primarily. I mean, I think we've only had one podcast out of 100 plus that we didn't mention Harry Potter at least once.
Yeah, we kept track on that one.
Yeah. So we got some images of Dumbledore.
And I'm really happy with the look.
Yeah. All the complaining I did about an American Dumbledore, actually in costume with the white beard, white hair, he looks like Dumbledore.
Long hair, long beard, not the short, scraggly looking stuff that was in the makeshift Dumbledore they throwed on us after the real one passed away.
Oh, that Dumbledore that they brought in after the original Dumbledore died. To me, they gave him like a horror movie look. You know what I mean?
I didn't like that his beard wasn't totally white.
Well, it wasn't really like Dumbledore.
Beard and hair.
He didn't. Yeah, he looked like Dumbledore, but it was more of like I don't know. It didn't.
To me, he didn't look like Dumbledore. Didn't act like Dumbledore. He didn't
Definitely
look.
didn't act like Dumbledore.
He didn't look and act like him until book 7.
See,
Yeah.
man, and I've never heard it again, but I heard the actor say one time on a news clip or something that he wanted to play it different from what. Help me out here.
The
original actor whose name escapes me because I'm old and I can't remember shit.
Harris.
Richard Harris.
Yeah, Richard Harris.
He wanted to play it different than
That was the
Richard Harris
original.
did. Well, that's fine, man. If you're different, but Dumbledore Harris was playing it like Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy comes in, nothing against him. He done well later on. He was passable.
And he was great in Doctor Who for the one episode he was there.
Oh yeah, I mean a great actor. Don't get me wrong, but you
yeah.
don't try to take a different take on a classic character. You know, you can fudge a little here and there, but he was changing everything.
Yes.
And I think it must have not played well in the first couple of movies he was in because later on they kind of reined that back in.
They reined it in and gave him a full white beard, full set of white hair, and that's when he really looked like Dumbledore.
Yep. I mean, when he first done it, the look just wasn't right. And I'm not saying everything's got to be like letter for letter like the book, but
Oh, it definitely
as
doesn't
an
have
aged
to be.
wizard, you're supposed to have long hair, you know? Or
Yeah,
something.
Dumbledore's over 100 years old.
Right.
So, but we also get to see Nicolas Flamel
Yeah.
and his wife,
Yep.
which is something we didn't get to see in the movies. And I didn't think we'd see it all because in the books, I mean, there's not like because especially the first book is told, apart from chapter 1, it's told strictly through Harry's point of view. So naturally, we don't get an offshoot, chapter on Dumbledore visiting Nicolas Flamel. We get told by Dumbledore at the end that he went and
Talked
talked to Nicholas and his wife, and they're putting their orders in affair. Well, now apparently we're actually going to get to see that. Unless, one thing people are forgetting, we see all these leaks, things they're shooting. Not every scene ever makes it.
Well, I sent another thing to our group chat talking about, they said that we will see things that wasn't in the book. And the only reason I can think of that is because book 1 was 8 hours to begin with?
7.5.
7.5.
Audio book, 7.5 hours.
By the time you take out the narration and stuff on it, they're going to have to probably make up a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So that don't bother me none.
No, I'm probably fine with them adding details that we know, but we didn't actually get to really get details about in the book. We know, but we didn't get the full details on it. So
Yeah,
I'm probably fine with it. I'm just saying that I know how movies work and TV shows, and just because they shoot a scene doesn't mean they're going to put it in the show.
Yeah, I'm just a little afraid that the Nicolas Flamel from Fantastic Beasts is going to be totally different than the one in this one. Because in Fantastic Beasts, he was brittle as can be.
Oh, yeah.
You could barely shake his hand without breaking bones and stuff because he was that old.
Yeah.
This one looks like he's walking around pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping.
Maybe. I mean, we haven't got to see. All we saw is still shots.
Well,
so.
yeah.
There's some stuff I don't know anything about because I didn't watch Fantastic Beasts very closely.
I mean, that's from the best Fantastic Beasts movie, the second one.
Oh, I definitely didn't watch it very closely.
That's the one with Johnny Depp in it.
Yep.
Yep, I just not really sat down and like paid. I don't know. There's something about them. They didn't grab me, man.
I don't know.
I enjoyed the crap out
So
of
did
it.
I like the first one.
I
I like
thought
the first one. I like the second one.
I like the Baker guy. He was funny.
Oh yeah, the third one
Muggle, yeah.
where they changed up the
Grindelwald.
Man, it just
I mean, I didn't like that they changed it. I like Johnny Depp, but I still like the movie. And
I like the movie. I
and
didn't
the
like that
actor
they
that-
changed that.
I like the actor they got. It's like, if they had him from the start, I would have liked it. He is not Johnny Depp. That's the biggest thing. He's not Johnny Depp. He's not as good an actor as Johnny Depp. But I've seen him in enough stuff as a villain that it made sense to me. So I like the third one. But the second one is the best. And that's the one with Johnny Depp in
I
it.
wasn't even aware Nicolas Flamel was in them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He's the main character.
Well, no, he's not a main character.
Well,
but
in the
he's
first one, but
no, he showed up in the second one. He's an
Yeah, he's
important
in
character in the second one.
Yep. I got his wand at the house.
maybe I got to try
I
and
like the way it's
rewatch
made.
these.
me too.
Yeah. The Fantastic Beasts movies are good. They get
Yeah.
they get a bad rap because they didn't do good enough, so they got canceled. But
Yeah.
they're still good. If you're a Harry Potter fan, they're definitely worth watching.
Well, they get a bad rap because they don't have books with them, and people don't know what to expect when they go watch them. They're used to Harry Potter and the books and
I
everything.
don't know. Yeah.
You're not like, oh, I can't wait to get in here because you think you know what's going to happen. You know nothing is going to happen. And that's what I kind of like about it.
Here's one of the problems I got with it that threw me off. I'm gonna be you for a minute.
Okay.
Here's the thing that threw me off. The main character guy, the one who was played by the Flash. I'm calling him main character because the story's a whole lot about him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, super powerful, some kind of magical god or something, right?
No,
Well, something. He's something more than average.
he's got an obscurus inside of him, and he's the only one that's ever lived as long as he has
What's an obscurus?
inside of him.
Yeah,
Here you got a case of
It's what
we're going to
Dumbledore's
make
sister
this
had.
thing and we're going to set it in the past that is like way wicked strong, but it never once gets mentioned in the movies that we all know. 7 of them, actually. It gets in a whole book series. This dude never gets mentioned. As powerful as he is, in a book, in a set of stories in the future. So
especially
I'm
when
gonna be
you get,
you, man. That kind of took me out of being interested in them.
Well, I can see that.
especially when you get the revelation that he's
The Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's Aberforth's son.
You can't have that much important shit happen in the past, and a student or Dumbledore, someone doesn't just flippantly mention it somewhere. You tried to overdo the prequels.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
know.
You said Aberforth's son?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is his mom a goat?
Well, we never see the mother.
yeah.
And that could explain the weird powers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that the weird powers. It's not like he was born with weird powers. That's what happens when a wizard is
Mates
suppresses
with a goat.
when a wizard suppresses his magic. as
Yeah,
a
they
kid.
wouldn't let it because that was the same thing that happened to Ariana.
Yeah, Dumbledore.
Oh, I
and
thought she
Aberforth's
was
sister.
just insane.
No, she was.
I did. I mean, that's what I got
Yeah,
from it.
No, she was tortured by Muggles. 'Cause they said
Well,
they're
yeah, but I
doing
thought
magic.
she was just like mentally unstable.
But
Well, I mean,
then
that's kinda what-
what happens when you suppress it.
Yeah, you suppress your magic, so then it comes out in bursts that you can't control.
I thought it was just like you're run of the line, like
No.
mentally unstable.
No.
I'm not trying to be flippant with mental illness. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no,
Kind of sounds that way though, don't it? But I'm not.
no. Ariana, like I said, she was just a normal kid, and she was doing magic out in the garden, and some Muggle boys saw her and cornered her and was trying to force her to do magic again and making fun of her. That's what Albus's. That's what the Dumbledore's father. That's what he went to Azkaban for. Was then he paid the kids back, but after
Fair
that,
enough.
Ariana was never the same. She didn't want to use magic, so it would burst out of her. And
Yeah.
they call those. We learned this from Fantastic Beasts. That's an obscurus. After it, festers for so long, it turns into an obscurus, and when it bursts out, it's just
I really
ridiculously
need to-
powerful magic.
I really
It's
need to pay more
uncontrollable.
attention, don't I?
Apparently.
God,
So that's what
they're
the
just so good.
that's what the main character from the first Fantastic Beasts movie that we find out in the third one is Aberforth's son. That's what he's got, because I'm assuming the same thing could kind of happen to him.
See, you would have known all this if you'd have went to the movies with us because we had discussions of it on the way home.
Oh yeah.
Maybe next time.
Well,
Ain't no more of them.
Oh, there'll be more or something.
Although they may,
they might bring it back now to
well,
getting
what I
all
was
the
gonna say
attention
is
now.
they may release the TV series episodes in theater.
Well,
Did it with Game of Thrones.
Interesting. That would be fun.
yeah, I'd go to the movies and watch them.
Yeah. So
Well, the conversation just kind of died out there, didn't it?
but I was getting ready to move us over to
Oh,
the,
okay.
Yeah, he's moving off of Harry Potter because we would have kept on talking about that one.
Well, I was gonna bring up one more Harry Potter thing actually.
Oh, okay.
And that was the fact that, the pictures we see of Dumbledore and Nicolas Flamel, they're on a beach.
Yep.
So I'm guessing Nicholas has a beach home.
Isn't it like vaguely mentioned that he visits him by the water, or there's like a little line something about
I don't
where they
remember
live
that part.
No, the only time he
in
ever
their
mentioned
cottage
it,
or something.
he just went to their house and they had enough elixir saved up to
Yeah.
put their affairs in order.
And I thought in there somewhere, it just seemed to me, and maybe I'm just putting it in there after the fact.
I think the photos corrupted your memory.
Yeah, maybe.
I've had that happen a lot.
Possibly. But yeah, from the photos,
But
he
just
lives on a beach.
let me toss in there. Y'all was doubting my man John Lithgow. I told you he was going to make a good Dumbledore.
I wasn't doubting him.
I was. That was all me. And it all strictly had to do with him being American. It had nothing to do with me thinking he couldn't act. It was just, he's an American. And this still doesn't quell, like, I got to hear him because he's American.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure he can get the accent right. So, but looks-wise, he looks like Dumbledore. So,
And we also got pictures of Vernon carrying the rifle
oh, yeah.
because you didn't get none of that in the movies where they're actually running away from the owls.
And taking the boat to the island in the middle of the ocean. Well, not really the middle of the ocean, but out to sea a little bit.
Well, they got plenty of opportunity to expand on the stuff like the boat ride and the Flamels and stuff that don't affect the flow of the story, which would be kind of cool to see some more of the Wizarding World a little bit,
Yeah, they done posted pictures of their building. I guess they're not using all the same sets they had before.
No, because they're building some new ones.
Yeah, they're building the herbology greenhouses and stuff. They're rebuilding those and everything right now.
I think it said Hagrid's Hut.
Yeah,
They're redoing it.
yeah, because
Now-
they kept changing it.
I was gonna say, that one,
can they
yeah.
can they please use the same one for the whole series, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
quit changing them up and quit changing the front of Hogwarts to where you come through the doors and there's a big giant clock and a pendulum coming. It was not none of the other ones until it started. Which one was that?
Until they could do it visually.
I forget what movie that's when they started changing, and I hated that.
Yeah, I think that was the.
I
know for sure it wasn't
3.
Well, see, I was going to say I don't think it was in 3.
Because that's when they changed Hagrid's Hut and everything. Because when they first show it, Hagrid's Hut's sitting in the middle of a field.
Oh, I know.
Now when they show it, it's sitting on the edge of the wood line, and it was a little drop off.
I mean, that's how it probably should have been.
Yeah.
That they got it right after the fact, because in the books, Hagrid's Hut is close to the Forbidden Forest, and Harry and them have to go down a hill to get to it. So they were more accurate the second time around. They just didn't get it right at the beginning.
Yeah, they just need to make Hagrid's Hut just a little bit bigger.
Yes, yeah,
Because-
he's a part giant. So
Yeah, because anytime you see him in it, you don't see anywhere where there's a bed where he could actually lay down and stretch out. He would have to lay in a curve the whole time.
now it's not supposed to be huge. It is
Yeah, I
described in
know.
the book as being small, but
Yeah.
But
for Hagrid-
small for a giant, still going to be pretty big.
right, that's what I was
Yeah.
getting at. Yeah, for Hagrid, small is still bigger than what they showed. And like Jackie was just saying, there's supposed to be a bed in there because it mentions that he's got a bed in there. Because
Yep.
I mean, it's his house. That's literally where he lives.
Yep. And if they try to use the scale they did down there at the Wizarding World, that definitely ain't big enough. He can't even bend over and walk inside that bad boy. I would hit my head
Yeah,
going through the doors.
and so would Sir Duncan the Tall.
There's a little segue there. I get you.
Yep. So we
the Game of Thrones.
we finally got the first trailer for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the upcoming spin-off series from Game of Thrones. That I think it comes out January 9th, I think, or January 6th, one of those 2 days. And yeah, it's based off the book A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. That is just telling you guys ahead of time. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms book is very different than the Game of Thrones books and the Fire and Blood books, which is what House of the Dragon is based off of.
Yeah, you can tell by the trailer it's totally different.
Yes, this is going to be a very different story. It's a lot more straightforward. It's very much a knight's tale. I mean, this will be a story you've seen told 100 different times with different characters throughout, history. So I actually think this will have a wider range of audience that watches this show, because it's
excuse me.
I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's just it's good, but also kind of basic, and a story that you've seen told countless times.
Not gonna have no heavy metal playing in it or no classic rock.
I don't know. I got to think about that.
The storyline with the movie A Knight's Tale is still it's very, very similar.
Yeah, basically George was. I get, because George wrote this book sometime between writing the Game of Thrones books that he has put out so far, and I get the feeling he was like, probably a fan of those stories, and was like, you know what, I need to put one of those stories in the Game of Thrones universe, and that's what he did. So it's still in the Game of Thrones universe. As the thing says, it's set like 100 or 160 years before the events of Game of Thrones.
The Targaryen family is still represented in it. That's a good part of the storyline.
Yeah, well, the Targaryens are, there's still a Targaryen king. Because, again, this is set like basically 100 years before the events of Game of Thrones with Robert Baratheon and all that, but about 100 years after what we're seeing in House of the Dragon. So it's kind of like right in between all that.
All right. That won't be too bad then.
Yeah. In the first season, we based off the book. And then the second and third season, we based off the second and third books that we have not got yet from George. Shock.
Boy.
More books he hasn't written.
Boy.
Me and Jamie didn't even know there was supposed to be more books for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Nope.
Jamie listened to the book first, told me how good it was, and I listened to it. And then, it was about a year later that George, come out and announced that HBO had greenlit it. And he mentioned, how there was going to be 3 seasons off the 3 books, 2 of them that he had yet to write and release. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. He ain't going to write and release them. He's going to have his ghostwriters come in there for the movie. And
oh, trust me. Then he mentioned, how there's supposed to be a part 2, a second book to Fire and Blood. It's like, yeah, that's not happening. And then obviously he still has not released Winds of Winter or A Dream of Spring to finish the Game of Thrones series off, which Josh has started reading.
Yeah, and that shit.
How you liking it so far?
Okay, no other book I've read is like from. Yeah, but other books I've read have been from the perspective of different people, but not a different person every chapter. It
messes with you, don't it?
Well, I'm after reading 100 pages in, I understand it now. Like I'm reading it and I'm enjoying it now. And I understand that they don't go to different characters throughout the whole book. At least in the first one, they stay around a certain group of characters.
Yeah.
Which is good, because if they were going to a different character of the book every chapter, I'd be long. No. But they come back to the characters they've already used, and I guess that's what. But no, I really like it. It's good.
It widens out as you go. That's why I said if you had watched the show, you would know the characters, so you would know where they're going.
Mm.
Book 4 is the one, if you make it that far. That's the one I'm on. That's the one finished. That's the one where it gets really confusing. Because book 4 is not told through any of the main characters' perspectives. Book 4 is all side characters and a bunch of characters that you get one chapter from and then you never hear from them again, ever.
Yeah, that's the one I tried to listen to, and I got my money back on that one. I could not get into it.
Yeah. I've been tempted because, again, the only important characters that you get perspective from in the 4th book is Sam and Cersei. Every other character is characters that you could just either care less about or you never see again. They're not in the show, period. They're only in the books and they're pointless characters. So I've been tempted to just jump straight to the 5th book. But at the same time, it's like there's no 6th or 7th book for me to finish the series, so what's the point? So instead, I just started rewatching the show, as we've mentioned the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
But I've been doing something else all this week, so I haven't watched any episodes. I've been playing way too much Ghost of Yeti. Me and Josh both.
Y'all go at it. I'm going to step out then.
So, no, I mean, we're still not done with Night of the Seven
I'm going
Kingdoms.
to listen to it. Just, I can't help you.
Trust me, we're gonna get to Ghost of Yeti because that game is amazing. But before that, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Jamie, tell the people what they can expect.
Medieval knights, action adventure,
Jousting.
It's very focused on tournaments.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because that's what Duncan is. He was a squire. Dude, if you watch The Knight's Tale, I'm basically going to give you the plot.
Yeah.
He was a squire to a lesser known knight. That gets brought up in it too.
yeah, at the very beginning, you'll get that in episode 1.
Yeah, he's not like, the all-star knight who wins all the tourneys and everybody's familiar. He's not like the Knight of Flowers in Game of Thrones or, any of that. He's just a low-level knight. What do they call them? Hedge knights?
Yep, hedge knight.
Yeah.
Well, it becomes a hedge knight.
They're poor knights, basically. They're noble enough to be a knight, but it's not like they're high-level noble families and whatnot. Anyway, the old knight dies. I'm guessing basically from old age and alcoholism. Just the impression you get.
Yeah.
So the young squire's got to take the old man's armor and, try to keep himself fed by fighting in tournaments.
Yeah, so basically just a Knight's Tale.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you get a little Targaryen bloodline happening in there. There's I'm not going to spoil nothing for anybody who doesn't know anything about it, but the noble families of Westeros are definitely played in it. But if you took all that out, it's just a medieval tale. It's really good still yet.
Yeah.
So I think most people enjoy it. If they like Game of Thrones, if they like medieval history and knights and stuff set in that kind of time period, it'll be right up your alley.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And the main character is Sir Duncan the Tall because he is very tall.
And on that point, me and Corey were discussing the other day, and I'm assuming we discussed a lot about it. Now, when I've envisioned Sir Duncan the Tall, and he's mentioned in Game of Thrones from back in the day because he was a. Oh, and by the way, Duncan is not like the best knight you've ever seen.
No.
Oh, I got that from the
He
trailer.
manages to stay alive because he's really, really big and strong.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's clumsy. He's not well trained yet.
Yeah.
This is in his early days, He may improve as he gets older. But at any rate, he's described as being, that's the first thing everybody notices about him is he's so tall. And they could have went with a bigger actor, but I'm thinking maybe they couldn't find a person tall enough that could do the acting part.
Yeah. The
So
actor they got,
this guy's acceptable.
he's 6'5". So, I mean, 6'5" is not short.
No.
But, I mean, if anybody out there listens or reads or listens to the first couple chapters, probably even the first chapter of the book to it, he's described as being very, very tall. So, I would expect, based off what I got from reading the book, I would have, and again, it's hard to find an actor that can do everything, but to check every box, got to be 7 foot or taller.
Well,
Got to be, you can't be built like a bodybuilder because he's not described as being built like, the Mountain or like that guy from Reacher season 3.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Who was 7'2", but also built like a brick house. He's not described as being built like that. He's not like a toothpick, but he is on the skinnier side, but also still really tall, really strong, but also gangly, goofy looking. So that's a lot of stuff to try to check off in an actor.
Yeah.
So, and the guy they found looks the part. It's just, and then from the trailer, it looks like they do a decent job of casting people that are probably 6 foot or under to make him look taller. But at the end of the day, he is only 6'5".
Yeah, but back then, back in the day, tall people wasn't a very common thing. Anything over 5 foot something was considered tall. So
yeah.
being 6'5", I mean, that to them, that might be a giant. To us,
I'm just saying, yeah.
That's kind of freakishly tall, but there's taller people.
I mean, you're what, 6'4", 6'3"?
Yeah.
So
you just imagine Sir Duncan the Tall as being just, that's the first thing you see is he's so tall.
yeah. But like I said, if it looks like they've done a decent job of it, but
I still think it's going to be really good.
I was gonna say, as long as they Tom Cruise it up and just cast a bunch of short people along with them, then yeah, he'll look the part, no problem.
Put some heels on his night uniform and his boots. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
I seen something about Tom Cruise where he bought I don't know if he bought the car or what, but it was a real expensive car brand. He tried getting out of it, and the car brand won't let him buy another car from him now.
Sounds like Ferrari.
Because he couldn't get out of the car where he was so short.
I doubt it was Ferrari. But yeah, I mean, Tom Cruise is like 5'6", 5'5". So yeah. Now we can move on to.
Now you was talking about villains earlier.
Yeah.
Villain.
I watched a thing on Instagram. If you want to find out who a villain is in a movie, pay attention to their phone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I read something on that. Yeah.
iPhone will not let them use their phone for a villain. It's in their things, their contract, whatever it is. It cannot be used as a villain character.
Yeah. Does anyone else find that just weird?
Unless I will say that the only objection to that is that in Apple's own TV series, they make everybody use iPhones.
Well, yeah, but
that's Apple's own stuff. But
yeah,
what you're saying with other stuff is
outside of their own productions.
Yeah. If you ever watch Knives Out, you can find out exactly who the bad guy is by what phone he's using.
And
dude, I'll be honest with you. At a small distance, I wouldn't know what the hell they're using.
Oh, I could tell a difference real quick from any distance.
I mean,
and it makes sense. I mean, only idiots use Android phones.
No,
so.
That's the best phone out there.
Well, from a production standpoint,
phone.
I guess they're getting paid by Apple to host their phones, and they're probably getting paid by Android for the villains to use their phones. But a smart thing to do, if you didn't want to deal with either one of that, and you wouldn't get money from them, is just use generic, unrecognizable. They don't even have to really work.
It's
a movie.
Yeah, you can just anything.
Make your own version of something.
There's because I can spot electronics, and most of the time in stuff that's not made by Apple, when you see a lot of these movies and TV shows, people using laptops, most of the time they're MacBooks, but they've got the Apple logo covered up.
Yeah, they take it off of there.
So
I have seen ones that had like grapes where the apple is, or like a half moon, or something weird where the Apple thing should be, but it's some random something.
See, I immediately when you say that, I think of GTA 5 and the Pear phones.
See,
instead of iPhone, instead of Apple, it's Pear phone.
I go to Victorious because that's what it was. It was a Pear phone on there as well.
Oh, see, I watched a little bit of Victorious years ago, but didn't watch a ton of it.
But no, it was like every, I guess you could say, was Victorious and all that wasn't Disney Channel. That was Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Every Nickelodeon show that they would use phones in, it was their version of like an Apple phone, but it was the shape of a pear and it had a pear on the back of it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's them wanting to avoid
copyright.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay for it.
It's going to sound weird. I spotted that in an episode of iCarly.
Yeah, too. They use it in iCarly too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all Nickelodeon, so it makes sense.
Yep.
Disney was probably had enough money that they could just use Apple stuff and just pay them for it.
Which I look at this way: if I buy my Android phone and I'm making a movie, I shouldn't have to worry about Samsung looking at me and going, "Hey, you can't use that phone in that movie." Well, I paid for it. I'll use it where the hell I want to.
But see, they're getting some kick from them to use them.
See, I can understand if Samsung gave them the phones to use in it.
And they might.
Well, they might have, but if I didn't,
Yeah, they might be providing the phones.
I mean, there are
some money just to promote, hey, look, our bad guy's got an Android in
Oh,
his hand.
yeah,
And
I
then
mean-
still people are going to go, that's an Android phone. I like that.
I mean, that definitely happens. I mean, we see that in movies and TV shows where you'll see basically every car is a certain brand. That's because that brand paid.
Yep.
You know, they paid with Teen Wolf. Starting from season 2 on, Toyota is a sponsor of Teen Wolf. Everybody drives Toyotas in that show.
I doubt either one of you have ever seen it. But have you watched Repo Man?
I've seen Repo
Yeah.
Man.
You've seen Repo? Am I thinking of the right movie? In the stores, everything is just generic. Potato chips, just say potato chips. Beer cans, just say beer.
Yeah. I think that's
Okay.
right. It's been a while since I watched Repo Man, but
It depends on which Repo Man you're talking about.
Which one are you? I'm talking about.
The original, probably.
Well,
The first one.
there's 2 of them that's out. It's not like Repo Man 1 and Repo
No.
Man 2.
We had this conversation a few weeks ago, if you remember.
It was actually more than a few weeks ago. It was
Oh.
a few months
Well,
ago.
I remember us having the conversation.
Yeah, there was 2 of them out. You had the one that played on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Huh?
Yeah.
A Repo Man?
Yeah.
We
The
literally had this exact conversation.
the
on
one that was
pod
training
a little while ago.
Buffy. Niles or
Oh, see, no, I think we're thinking of totally different movies. I'm thinking one from like mid '80s.
we're talking about the repo and the body parts.
No.
Oh.
This is like an alien object in the trunk of a car that gets picked up by repo.
Yeah. Like I said, we had this exact conversation on the pod a little while. Both of you guys were doing the same conversation. Jackie thought it was that movie. Jamie thought it
History
was this
does
movie.
repeat itself.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, it's wow.
I had
I
to.
don't remember the conversation at all.
I remember us talking about because there was 2 of them. Because there's the
But
one
really-
where the guy comes in and steals the body parts out of.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's got Jude Law in it, and
That's the one you're talking about, Jamie.
yeah, that
See.
one.
That one.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever notice, if you ever go back and watch it again in the stores, in products, in anywhere in filming, that water bottle would just say it had
Water.
a white label, black letters, just say water.
Yeah, because they wasn't getting no advertisement.
They
for it.
wasn't paying for nothing, or nobody was paying them for nothing.
Yeah.
If you go back and
It had
watch Killer Tomatoes,
$1.5 million budget, so it makes sense.
Well, there you go.
you go back and watch Killer Tomatoes. About halfway through the show, they start talking about, we got sponsors now, and then that's when they start really feeding everything into it.
And it's been a while, man, and I might be remembering wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I watched an interview where they were talking about the filming of Repo Man, and as he's walking through the grocery store, there's people, there's workers that are bringing the chip racks and stuff and moving them ahead of him, so it looks like he's walking down an aisle because they only had so much set.
There you go.
I can see that.
So the set's moving as he's moving.
Yeah, well, back then, $1 million budget was a lot of money back then for a budget.
Yeah, but still not a whole lot.
Well, no, basic movies back then, hell, it was like $5-6 million to make a movie because you wouldn't have to pay the actors $10 million to get them on the set like you do nowadays.
That's not necessarily what makes movies ridiculously expensive nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
Well, everybody's a star. There is no character actors anymore. People
Yeah.
that are just in everything.
When you're paying $100 million to make a movie and you got 4 or 5 people in there, it's got to have at least $10 million each.
And you got to work out huge contracts with every one of them. Yeah. So,
What I'm getting at is I look at I can nail 3 movies, the 3 newest superhero movies: Superman, Fantastic Four, and Thunderbolts. All 3 of those movies did great in the box office,
and tanked as far as.
but budget wise,
Yeah.
the budget was the movie's budget had like $600-700 million budget, and most of that is not the actors. A lot of it is.
I would
but
say a lot of it is because, like I said, you don't have any just.
see, I listened to a podcast talk about this this week. That's why these are right.
Well, they
fresh
sure the
top of my
hell
head.
wasn't spitting on the damn outfits or nothing like that in
It
Superman.
Most of the budget in these super high dollar movies nowadays goes to CGI and certain ways they shoot stuff. This is film talk that I didn't understand some of what they were saying, but certain ways movies are shot nowadays just costs more to shoot it this a certain way versus just shooting it normally. So, and they say that's what pushes all these movies to a budget that's so high that even when they do good in the box office, they still can't make their money back because it costs so much to shoot the film a certain way.
I get that to a point. I'd see that.
So yeah. That being said, actors still make a ton of money, but
Yeah, more than what they used to make.
you can say the same about sports. I mean, athletes make a ton of money now too compared to what they made back then. That's just how it is. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it ain't like, I want to make this movie, but I don't have the budget because I can't get this one person to do it because I don't have the money for it. Sports is just, they're always playing sports. No matter who or what you bring in, the sports are always there.
That's true, but you got everybody negotiates their own contract.
Oh, yeah.
And you got some sports guys, some sports players who are paid ridiculously higher than some of the others.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can cut these other guys.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Dak Prescott, when he was on the I don't know if I haven't been watching football for a while, but back when I used to watch football, when he got signed to the Cowboys, they signed him for like $450 million for 4 years.
What? That's because they didn't sign. He was drafted in the 3rd round.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, the way the draft works, if you're not a 1st round draft pick, you don't make hardly nothing. Dak Prescott is now he was nowadays. If you're a good quarterback, whenever your contract's up and they sign you to a new one, you're the highest paid quarterback ever. That's just how it goes every time somebody's. So when Dak Prescott signed his new contract last year, he was the highest paid quarterback ever. Now, since then, I think 2 more quarterbacks have signed contracts, and now they're the highest paid ever. But anyway, yeah. That's just how it works.
I don't know. There should be like
a cap on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, teams have a cap. So they can only pay so much money across their whole team. Quarterback in the NFL is just the most important position. So
yeah, you got
they
to
make
have
the
a
most
good quarterback.
money. Then the wide receivers make the 2nd most money.
Anybody
And tight
plays
ends.
it down.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, like I said, but when it comes to movies, I mean, you could have the best idea, you got the perfect person for it, but you can't afford them. So then you got to drop down, and then your movie's
that's
not as
basically what's
good.
happening with the sports teams.
Yeah.
You go and play this quarterback the highest amount of money. These other guys, we can cut you, man. We can find somebody else.
Yeah, but then you got these sports teams that'll pay this quarterback all this money, but then they don't have an offensive line that's worth shit, so they get sacked in the first place.
Yep.
You can have a good quarterback. You ain't got an offensive line, you ain't got a quarterback.
I agree. And the movies basically just like what you're saying, they work the same way. This high level actor, and everybody's a high level actor anymore.
Oh, yeah.
At least they think they are.
Yeah.
So, everybody's a diva.
Yeah. And God, I would love to be able to hear all the horror stories about actors.
There's plenty of them out there, man. You can listen to them all day.
Certain things that they have to have before they'll do a movie. They have to have their own trailer. It's got to be
air
so
conditioned
big.
this way, facing the sun at this
two-story.
angle.
Yeah, I'm not working past this. I got to have a certain kind of food on the set or a certain kind of meal every day, and just crazy shit.
Yep, I think that's kind of aging out a little bit because Hollywood's just not what it used to be.
Yeah, because everybody used to say Megan Fox was a horror to work with.
There's massive stories out there about a lot of actors you wouldn't think about.
Ryan Reynolds.
Apparently, he is a diva.
Yeah.
Apparently, James Gunn asked him if Deadpool wanted to be in the Peacemaker season 2 finale, but Ryan told him, "Yeah, that'd be too much hoops to jump through."
For Deadpool, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Was Disney having control of it?
Yeah, it would
that'd be a lot of hoops.
Okay, yeah.
But they're in the same. They do basically do the same thing. They don't care if they're vigilantes. You know what I mean? They're not really superheroes. Well, I guess Peacemaker is.
Wait a minute. You got Deadpool and Peacemaker. Yeah, you got to cross. You got to cross company lines there.
Yeah. So you can't.
Yeah, you're talking Marvel DC.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
I didn't
throw
think
them
about
in
that.
there.
That would be. Yeah, that's a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah.
Of course, one portal and there you are. It's been done in the comics before.
What
I
I'm
was
saying
gonna say,
is,
don't they have a character that like his job is to guard the?
Kinda. Yeah, 2 of them actually.
Yeah, they literally
They were brother. It's a weird storyline. It's Amalgam Comics. If you ever get a chance to check it out. That's when they combined DC and Marvel for just a little while, just some one-off stories. And there's like two brothers that keep the universes separate, and they get into an argument, so they decide to cross some of the characters. You get, what was it, man? You get Batman and Wolverine, who become Dark Claw.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, Superman and Captain America, and I can't remember the name they used for the character.
Holy hell!
Oh, Amalgam Comics. Look it up. It's
that would be.
That'd be a hell of a character. I mean, you
Yeah.
already got strong Superman to
how's
begin
it
with.
really helping Superman though?
That would.
It's more helping Captain
It's more
America.
helping Captain America than it is Superman.
You say
Well, it's
that
not
at
really
the
to
same
help
time.
one side or the other out. It was just the two universes crossing their characters into,
But what I say is, what does Captain America bring to Superman's table?
Captain America is a super well trained fighter.
Yeah.
Superman
Yeah.
is super strong, but he's not necessarily the most. He doesn't have a great fighting technique. It's the reason I always say that if he, was to fight Goku or Vegeta, he'd lose. But if he was paired with Captain America and had his fighting skills, he'd be unstoppable.
Captain.
My first thought was that makes Superman unbeatable. The
Yeah.
skills of Captain America with his powers.
Lord knows Superman got the shit beat out of him in this last movie way too many times. Way too many times.
Yeah, Jackie finally watched Superman.
Yeah, I finally watched Superman I watched all of it, and I finally ended up watching all of Sinners.
Yep. We have the same opinion on Superman. We have very different opinion on Sinners.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go back over my opinion on Superman. I said it enough.
The whole vampire thing in Sinners would have been better if they would have done it better. Instead of having them standing outside this barn doing old folk songs, dancing around in a circle. What the hell is that?
Well,
River Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a river dance. Now, I like the song because I like the old Irish drinking songs. I got a couple of them downloaded on my phone. But Dad, and to be as old as he was and have the boy they wanted right there in the water instead of doing the villain speech before he takes him out. Should have seen the sun coming up, and
You
all the
said
other
it,
ones
though.
should have seen it. And
I'll give you that part. The ending of it's kind of like, why are you out there doing that?
Because he's a villain and it's a horror movie, and they
But you could chalk it
got to
up.
play the hits.
You could chalk it up to he was just like way overconfident.
Well, that's what you can chalk up every villain that does that too.
Overconfidence gets him every time.
Any movie you watch that's got a bad guy in it, you got to have the obligatory bad guy speech before they inevitably screw up and lose. It's in almost every movie. The movies that don't do it strictly don't do it because they want to try to break that cycle. It's like, just stick with it. Everybody else has done it up to now. Just keep doing it. That's what happens. The villain gets the upper hand at the end of the movie. Then he's got to give his speech, and then he loses. That's how it works.
and again,
Tried and true.
the whole garlic thing just killed me. Woman runs out there. I forget which one died, Smoke or Stack, whichever one was the vampire. She throws freaking pickled garlic in his face, catches his face on fire. He runs out.
Stax is the one that died.
All right. Then they're in there cutting up garlic and everything to make sure that nobody else in there are vampires, and they're all holding garlic in their hands. Well, if you just throw it on his face and he catches on fire, holding your hand should be enough. So why are we sitting here arguing over if you're a vampire or not if you got the garlic in your hand and you got to take a bite out of it?
I don't know.
Stacks didn't take a bite out of it. He just got thrown in his face. Again, just the stupid shit that pops in my mind. I'm like, why are they doing this? That's the first thing I see. It's like, okay, they're cutting up garlic. Everybody take your garlic. Everybody got your garlic? Yeah. Eat it. No. That one girl was dead set. She wasn't going to eat it.
I wouldn't hate it.
If you want to get to that level of it, then I'll go a little further. Maybe it's because it has to be the liquid in the garlic. And if you're holding a dry piece of garlic, you're not really getting the liquid on your hand.
They actually,
But if you throw pickled garlic on your face, you are getting liquid on your hand. And if you take a bite of it and chew it, you're getting liquid in your mouth.
yeah,
That's
but
the only answer I can come up with, man.
it actually shows them cut the ends of the garlic off.
All right.
So that means there's juice coming out of it.
Okay.
It ain't like it's just they peeled it and handed it to you. But again, there's always oil on it. Because if you can pick up a piece of garlic and smell your hands and smell the garlic on your hands, you have the oils on your fingers.
Plot hole, man.
Yeah, it's a hell of a plot hole.
Not really.
It's not a hell of a plot
It's a
hole.
hell of a
No,
plot hole.
not really. It's kind of nitpicky, honestly.
Exactly.
This is the first thing that popped in my head when I was watching. I was like, are these peppers dumb? I'm like, they're holding garlic in their hands. Other dude just got splashed in his face and he took off running.
This is what happens. One of two things. This is what happens when you've either seen a movie or show too much, or when you don't like a movie or show that you're watching.
Well, yeah, because if you don't like a movie, you'll nitpick everything on it.
But
Exactly.
who's to say that garlic even kills vampires? That could be an old folktale.
I mean, we saw it in the movie that.
Yeah, that's
it actually burst his face into flames.
Yeah,
so.
it shows it in the movie, but that's basically for anything nowadays, though.
Well, I
they
mean,
changed-
garlic against vampires goes back to like forever.
But
Yeah.
it
It's
is
kind of
all,
like wooden stakes. Oh no! Apparently, graphite won't work.
no,
You've watched Vamp, ain't you?
no, but I know graphite wouldn't work.
why
It has to be
wouldn't it?
wood.
Well, yeah. Apparently, I learned that. I learned that in Vamp.
Yeah, you can run a piece of steel through their heart. It still wouldn't kill them because it has to be wood.
Not Dracula and Van Helsing.
Every movie takes a different kind of a take
That
on it.
Dracula,
Yeah.
the only person that, well, in that universe, a werewolf is the only people that are able to kill Dracula, and that's why he keeps them as pets, because he doesn't want them to turn against
And that's
him.
also why he has the cure for.
Yeah.
I just rewatched that movie last weekend.
It's good,
I
ain't it?
watched it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
We
like,
watched it again.
they all take a little bit of different turns, and they kind of set their own. Every universe that has a vampire in it kind of sets their own lore about it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep. And like I was talking about before, I rewatched all the Blades. And they keep changing stuff in every Blade. First Blade movie shows him jump across this tall building expanse. That's the only one he does it in. The first movie.
Excuse me.
The cut body parts off and it shows him grow back in the first movie. They don't ever show it in none of the other movies.
Couldn't afford it again.
Well, yeah, that's probably true too.
What movie was it where he went down, it was like a big hangout of all the vampires, and he like murdered all of them? You know what I'm talking about?
That was all of them.
I was about to say, that's basically every Blade movie.
Well,
That's what
are
he
you talking
does.
about the funky looking vampires that come out that had the mouths that open up from the sides?
What? I think it was like a white room almost.
Oh, that's the Blade 2. No, that's the first Blade. Because that's the one where that doctor gets bit. They go into a slaughterhouse and it's a vampire hangout and they start shooting blood out of the
Yeah.
sprinklers and they're dancing around in it. I used to love watching those Blade movies, especially the third one. Again, had Ryan Reynolds in it because he was just a goofball in it.
Yeah.
And Triple H.
Yeah, he played Hannibal King in it,
Yep.
which was a crappy version of Hannibal King if you knew it
yeah.
from the comics. But he was funny, though, and that's what they were playing up with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, good God. The amount of superhero movies Ryan Reynolds has been
Is
in.
there a genre he's not been in? Is there a company he's not been with?
Has he played in a horror movie?
Probably.
Oh, I'd almost say he has.
He's done everything else.
Probably,
he had
I'm not
to.
sure. I almost guarantee he has. Though.
Probably, yeah.
And as soon as Corey says it, I'm going to remember it.
He hasn't been a werewolf yet. I know that.
Nah, not specifically, no.
I wonder if he's been in a movie with a werewolf.
Hmm.
Well, is there werewolves in Blade? I cannot remember. In the third Blade movie, did a werewolf show up?
Think
No.
so, no.
There ain't no werewolves in it.
No.
He's strictly
It's
hunting
been so long since
vampires.
I've watched Blade.
Now, if he would have been in, damn it, I had the name of that movie.
Underworld?
Yeah, he'd been in Underworld.
Oh, yeah.
There'd been all kinds of vampires and
And
werewolves
vampires
in
and
it.
Underworlds, to this day, I still think they're the most powerful vampires of any universe, and I am serious.
I'm trying to compare to see if there's any that I would say are stronger.
Maybe Dracula in like the first Dracula movie, because he's like the...
Yeah, the older you are, the stronger you are.
Yeah.
That's what they really play up.
Now you say the strongest in what?
Just in all vampires in general. What's the girl's name? The female lead in that movie?
Selena.
Selena, yeah.
Celine.
She's just... Man.
Yeah, she's a baddie.
She basically took
I'm
out
gonna
Dracula
say this.
in the movie.
I'm gonna say this, and Jackie's gonna freak out on me.
It depends.
Would they be stronger than hey, Corey? You're gonna have to help me with the name. The Volturi.
Oh, the Volturi from
Were they
Twilight.
stronger than the Volturi in Twilight?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not than the girl
Are
that
they, though?
maybe not than the girl that can make you like
Twilight's-
look like you're possessed. You know what I'm talking about? Where she can control your body and
Well, I mean, you got the one girl that just inflict pain on you without touching you, just looking at you, and just inflicts massive pain. She basically can do the Cruciatus curse. So, but
Yeah.
Twilight is so different from
Yeah.
every other vampire and werewolf franchise that it's hard to compare because it's so different.
Y'all two might not like this, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
We knew you was gonna say it.
And listeners, y'all probably don't like it, but Twilight is a bitch movie. That's what that was made for. It's made for women with a little sparkly ass.
I mean,
Freaking vampires
It is
on-
based off of books that are a love story.
I'm not saying that it's not focused toward a certain group.
I watched the first one once. I've never watched any of the other ones.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give it a shot because it came out right after the Harry Potter series started coming out. That's when they started going around buying book series and stuff like that to make the movies because they seen how big Harry Potter hit. And they was hoping to recapture that by redoing books into movies. And I was like, oh man, it's going to be pretty good. Got vampires in it. Got werewolves in it. They were sparkly vampires.
No one's a fan of the sparkly part.
No, that was stupid. I like the movies, but that was stupid. I didn't think about this movie till I just saw it on the list, but there's a movie called Life. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal and Rebecca Ferguson. They're the two main characters in it, but Ryan Reynolds is also in it as like he's a main character at the beginning. He may or may not make it through the movie. It's a horror movie. It's a really, really good movie.
He was also in.
So that answered the question. Yes, Ryan Reynolds has been in a horror movie.
He was also in another one where they was in a house that was possessed.
Yeah, I don't know that
Something
one.
like The Conjuring or something like that.
He
Ends up going around. He ends up getting possessed and like killing his family.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't know that one.
oh, talking about it's nothing like that. But y'all ever watch Danny Darko?
Donnie Darko?
Donnie Darko, yeah.
I have not
Think
watched
started
it,
with an A.
I've heard of it, never
but
watched
it's like
it.
cult
I
classic.
watched it. It's pretty good.
It's like I say, it's cult classic, but I've never watched it yet.
But I mainly watched it because I thought Ryan Reynolds would be cutting up in it. But
That got Keanu Reeves
that
in
was
it.
one of his serious roles.
Is Donnie Darko with Keanu Reeves?
No, Donnie Darko's with what's that guy's name?
Annabelle horror movie or Annabelle horror house or something like that.
Annabelle Whorehouse.
He's a real famous actor.
It's
That
something.
is
Yep.
got that's
Yep.
an interesting plot you just put down though.
Yeah,
That's his favorite plot.
yeah. I don't know.
yeah, that was
If it ended like that
Gyllenhaal.
movie did, I don't want to be nowhere near that
The
one.
Amityville Horror.
Yeah. Oh, hit my mic.
Yeah, the Amityville Horror.
Annabelle's a totally separate genre from or a different story from Amityville. And then you add the whorehouse part to it, and I'm like, I don't know, man. That movie probably exists.
A little different than a blow up doll, but you know.
Oh Lord, somebody out there is writing this down. Like, we're going to make this movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be gold. I'll go on Pornhub next week and find it.
Yeah, I'm looking through here. A lot of Ryan Reynolds' early movies were horror movies. He was also in a lot of just one episode TV series
Yeah.
in the 90s. But
Oh, he was in Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. That's the first time I ever saw Ryan Reynolds.
First time I ever seen him was
that is
National Lampoon's.
wow. Yeah, that was from. He was in 81 episodes of that show from
Yeah,
98 to 01.
Yeah, it was a running series.
He
Man,
done a
wow.
lot of stuff before that though too. He was in one
Yeah.
episode of the X Files.
That's all I remember him from, or the first thing I remember him from.
Yeah,
Van Wilder was the first thing I seen him in.
that was also later. So his first thing was he was in a TV series called 15 from 1991. He was in 18 episodes of it. Then he was in a movie called Ordinary Magic. Then he was in a TV movie called My Name is Kate. Then he was in the TV show The Odyssey for 13 episodes. He was in a TV movie called Serving in Silence. He was in one episode of a TV show called The Marshal.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Anyway, I could keep going, but all that was from like 91 to 95. And most of the stuff you guys are talking about is 2001 or newer. Because Van Wilder's 02. And that was the first thing I remember seeing him in. It was Van Wilder. And wow. Crazy movie.
Oh, yes, it was.
Oh,
Great
if you've ever
movie,
watched Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, it's actually, it started out as a very good series. Now, I lost track of it somewhere. I did not know it ran that long.
Well, I mean, that's the episodes he's in. It may have
Right.
ran even longer. Oh, I know this show. The second I clicked on it. Yep, I know this show.
Which one?
Two
What?
guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
Mm.
I remember this show.
Does it say anything about the lead girl? Because it seems like she went on to do other things too.
Trailer Howard.
Maybe not.
So I do not recognize her name, I can tell you that. And scrolling through everybody that was in this show, I'm not seeing anybody I recognize except for Ryan Reynolds. Let me click on her and see what she's done apart from this.
I swear I've seen her in other things.
She was in Monk for a bunch of episodes. She plays Layla in Me, Myself, and Irene.
That's such a good movie. That's such a good movie.
That's not mine.
Oh, yeah.
Recently we rewatched The Mask as well on
God, I love The Mask.
Gosh.
Oh, I do too.
That is maybe one of Jim Carrey's best.
You're real good, kid. When I come around, you always be second best. God, that part. Oh man.
Jim Carrey's just hilarious overall.
There's no actor that does facial expressions like him. It's you
No,
just
no,
can't.
it's the best.
I liked him in
Liar, liar.
no, when he was in the TV series Living Color.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, he's in a lot of those.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Yes.
You can't do that nowadays.
No. I don't know. I was showing Josh
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles down there at work. I was like,
Oh,
because we was
yeah.
talking about movies you could never remake again.
Yeah. That movie.
I was like, well, this one right here, boom.
Oh, yeah.
God. Yeah, well, that would be a little rough to remake.
Oh, you do, but who would ever want to remake it?
Exactly.
You know,
I don't
it's
know.
classic, just the way it is.
Look at all the remakes they're doing now. It's like they
Exactly.
can't come up with new ideas.
Some things they need to never touch. Blazing Saddles, Jaws. I could go on, but those
Well,
They need to leave Jaws alone. Yeah, I
Jaws
agree.
Well, they kind of redid it when
I'm
they
about
come
to
out with
say,
the Meg.
They've
See,
already
yeah,
They
they've,
need to
re-
leave that alone. That genre alone. We've done had it.
they've redone it so much that now it doesn't feel like they're redoing it anymore because they've done it so much.
I mean, you couldn't go back and use those characters and remake Jaws.
But even that in Meg, that's yes, megalodons were real, but in Jaws that was an actual great white shark.
Yeah, just really, really big.
Yeah, not
In
a
Meg,
megalodon.
it was a megalodon that is not even around right now. That's the two different.
Well,
No.
Don't.
I'm not. They, from my understanding, was a 60-foot megalodon caught.
I was just gonna say that, like the movie says, we have not fully explored the Mariana Trench.
No, we have no idea what's under the
Trench.
ocean.
We don't know what's all
Exactly.
inside the ocean.
No, I was only
They're
10,
finding new species all the time.
only 10% of the ocean's even been mapped.
Yeah, the ocean and the Amazon rainforest.
That's where the aliens live, man.
Oh my God.
Well, if you see all
Okay,
the ones that live
Pacific Rim.
below, they look like aliens. Like the squids and stuff you see down there, they all look like aliens. Anything you see at the Mariana Trench, they don't look anything like above the Mariana.
Oh, no, because there's so much pressure.
Pressure.
They had to adapt differently.
I don't think they're from this world.
Yeah.
Or they might be from this
will.
world, but they were here before we were.
Oh, definitely they were here before we were.
But
We talking about the fish, or we talking about the aliens?
in general, both of them.
Okay.
We're talking about the fish.
Because if you think about it, if you're in the
I'm
boat,
talking about both.
Well, I was
Mariana-
gonna say the fish would definitely have to be here before we was.
yeah, because you think about it, some of them went down there when the dinosaurs got extinct. They all went, well, at least some of them, at least.
Had to save herself.
But the water didn't. It wasn't the greatest when the dinosaurs got extinct either. So I don't know if the Mariana Trench was able to stop the pollution from coming down there or what. Because
Oh, the pollution's just kind of up here, man.
Yeah, it's
didn't
not
make it down that
penetrating that deep into the ocean.
No.
And like I said, the pressure
Plus,
down there
the
is
aliens
so
have
much.
to have, stuff
Yeah.
that stops that from happening.
Good God, you guys and the aliens.
The aliens. Never mind. I was gonna say they sent up showed a new picture of the meteor that was coming towards the planet. It just come by Mars. And they don't look like no damn meteor to me.
The key is it's slowing down.
I don't know. They didn't mention that.
If
It's not.
Well, you really can't
But
find
it's a
out. nothing.
rock.
If it's changing speed, that's a clear sign that something's operating it.
Yeah. See, you really can't find much out because the government shut down now, so you can't really get that kind of information.
Man, let's touch
What
on that
the
for just a minute.
hell does the government have to do with watching a meteor?
Aren't they
NASA and stuff
Isn't NASA
funded
funded
by-
by the government?
Yeah.
We don't need NASA. There's so many other. There's regular people out there with telescopes so powerful they can watch it.
Well, not as strong. I mean, it's just now come by Mars.
They don't have the brain power of NASA, though. They might think they're as smart as the people at NASA, but they're not.
I don't know. They ain't some people at NASA ain't that damn smart.
I'm going to have to compare NASA to some other companies and their businesses and entities and say, I don't know about the intelligence level. They've had a lot of failures.
I'm just
Yeah.
talking about like people that. Okay, I'm not like a big NASA fan or anything, but I don't like the people that'll like, yeah, you can get a telescope and look at the moon and stuff and all that. But I hate the people that say they're just as smart as somebody from NASA because they look at stuff in space. You didn't go to college to be a no.
Oh, some of them may have.
Well, even if they
But
did,
most of 'em
didn't do good
didn't.
enough to make it to NASA because you have to do great.
I don't
And you
know
have to be
about
the top of the top to make it to SpaceX.
I mean, you got fighter pilots that want to go to outer space who can't make it into NASA.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't
Yeah.
because
I will.
they trained for it. They're just trying to fly. That's all. It ain't that they got the rocket science brains or anything like that, but they have the ability to fly everything. So don't have to be the best of the best to get in there. You don't have to be trained for it.
You want to get back down, you might want to.
Well,
I
that's if you make it back down.
we're talking about all this, and I literally just rewatched The Martian Thursday.
The Disney Martian? Or-
No, the movie with Matt Damon.
Oh, that was a good movie.
It's an amazing movie. And then yesterday I rewatched The Waters of Mars.
You wouldn't know
An
anything about that.
amazing episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah, I ain't watched that one.
At
Have you watched Martian?
the dark
Oh, yeah.
side.
I haven't watched Martian, no.
Oh,
That
I
movie,
watched the movie
It's on
and
Netflix.
listened to the audiobook.
yeah, I haven't got around to the audiobook yet. I bought the audiobook. Jamie listened to it. I haven't touched it yet.
I need to watch it, though.
It's,
he
it's on
gets
Netflix.
stranded on
It's
Mars.
amazing.
And I like the fact that it's serious, but he also throws his comedy in it. He's keeping his
You would have to
spirits
be
up
up
high.
there.
Oh yeah, man. You just walk out and take you take your helmet off at some point.
Since we're talking about space now, y'all remember that movie that Adam Sandler came out with where he was stuck in space? I never watched that
You talking
movie.
about the new one, Spaceman?
Yeah.
I've not watched that
Yeah.
yet.
I've never watched that movie.
I watched it.
And at the end of the movie, was it a hallucination the whole time?
It's one of those movies where they don't give you a straight
Clear
answer.
answer.
Because I think he had like stuff coming in from space that was making him hallucinate and he was losing his air. So that's why he was hallucinating and thinking he saw the spider.
I think they give.
And I
you-
haven't even watched the movie. I just got that from the trailers.
Yeah.
I think like Corey said, it's one of those movies that gives you the option. What do you think happened?
Yeah.
Do you want to believe that he was with an alien, or do you want to believe that he was hallucinating?
See,
you can kind of go either way.
Yeah, I watched it and I left it thinking exactly what Josh just said. But they don't 100% tell you and show you, yeah, he was just hallucinating. No, they leave it open so that you don't know. But I think it was just hallucinations.
See, they're getting ready to mess up. They went to Chernobyl, found a black fungus growing there where nothing's supposed to be able to grow at. It feeds off of radiation. They're
Cool.
wanting to take it and see if they can adapt it to the shielding on the space station and stuff like that to eat the radiation so they don't have to worry about it coming inside. It feeds off of it so it'll block the radiation coming into the spaceship.
I mean, it sounds logical.
Until it mutates and eats the ship.
Turns into venom.
Yeah, again, you're taking this black mold that's growing somewhere
The
that it ain't
beginnings of the
supposed to.
symbiote.
Well, this also ties back to that movie I mentioned earlier with Ryan Reynolds, Life. That's what that movie. Again, he's with Rebecca Ferguson and Jake Gyllenhaal. They're in outer space, and they've collected samples from an asteroid, and they're coming back to Earth. And there's a couple other actors in it, and they're doing tests, and because I think Ryan Reynolds' character is one of the scientists in it, and they're all scientists, but they also they're doing tests on this, and it turns out it's a living organism, and there's a reason it's a horror movie and not just a thriller. So yeah,
I think that's one where they blow up the ship so it doesn't go back to Earth, ain't it?
yeah, but it's a horror movie, so
Yep.
So something gets back.
yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Well, that's like
It's a crazy movie though. It's worth watching.
I was on TikTok again. I'm basically on there all the time, scrolling through, looking at stupid shit.
Jesus.
Guy supposedly found a piece of a meteor, silver rock, stuck it in a tray, put water on it, and then a plant started growing out of it. A couple days later, now it's got some little black thing wiggling coming out of it. Then, like a week later, supposedly this little creature comes out of it, and he's wanting to see what it could do, so he turns it loose in the water down there around his house, and it's swimming around, and just looks like a massive black tentacles, sludge-looking thing. And these people on here, oh, you know this is real? No. Because the first time somebody would have seen that it was an actual thing.
Would never make it's all AI, dude.
Yeah, everything's AI. Then it's like, oh, well, now he's in the hospital and they're showing him was IV in his arm and all this stuff. I was like, this is the fakest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
Yep.
AI is actually crazy now. Have y'all seen the new videos that they made with Sora?
I'm trying to-
It
with
looks
who?
Sora. It's the AI
I
app.
thought he said Zorro.
But no, people. It looks just okay. If somebody had like a picture of you, Jamie, and they
Dude, I
can make
watched
it look.
Steve Irwin wrestle a stingray in a WWE ring the other day.
I'm telling you, it's crazy how realistic it looks. Like I seen one about Jake Paul doing a makeup tutorial, but it was fully AI and talking about. Oh man, that shit was. Oh, it was funny. But it's crazy how there has to be some type of like copyright infringement there or something.
I think the tech has got away from them now.
They're working on it. That's the government's working on trying to figure out how to police AI.
Yeah, it's too late.
Well, they're not right now because they're shut down.
The genie's out the bottle. Don't get me started on that one either.
Yeah, they done said that you cannot copyright AI or anything like that. You cannot.
What I
So
want
you
them to
can't
do,
make movies with it
Right.
because you can't copyright it.
what I want them to do is freaking it just be a thing, just worldwide. Any video made by AI should be watermarked.
Well, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
older people can't tell that this is AI and it's fake.
Oh yeah, man. They're scamming people left
well,
and right.
And they
with
scam people, and then you just get, you get your parents. They're like, "You see what such and such did?" It's like, "What are you talking about? Show me the video." That's not real. That's fake. It's AI. No, it's not. Look at him. No, it's AI.
Yeah, there's a scam now where you get a phone call and say your daughter calls. Her phone number, her name pops up on there. You hear her voice, but she swear down she's been kidnapped. They're ransoming
I
her.
haven't heard about
you
this.
You hear
one.
her voice and everything.
I know exactly what
And
I'm
you
saying.
got to send all that money to them and everything. But older people don't know that stuff exists, so it's easier to scam them because it's her phone. You gonna leave your sister there?
What? I'm gonna give him a speech.
That's why I started giggling. Corey said he was going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him
Oh,
the speech.
the taking speech.
Yeah, call me and tell me that and see what happens. See what you hear.
So what I'm hearing is he's gonna give the speech and she just dead. they ain't getting no money.
I don't know what it's heading to, man. Because if they can do that, then what do you ever believe?
Oh well, they have already done tests with AI to where they would write in a kill program into the AI stuff and everything. And then when they go to try to kill it, the AI has done found it and removed it off of there. Or they have done cloned themselves on the other drives and everything to where you can't get rid of it. They've left messages for other versions of it about what's going on.
We're just all dead. That's all there is to it.
Because once
It may have already happened.
we're living in the Matrix right now.
Exactly.
See, okay, let me ask you a question. Red pill or blue pill?
Black.
No, red pill, blue pill.
Oh, I mean, just for the fun of seeing it, red pill.
Yeah, definitely.
If you choose the blue pill, then what are you? you're
You
like,
just won't stay.
you're
Things
just going
stay
back
the
to your
same.
regular 9 to 5. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
but knowing how you seen the Matrix now.
Oh
When
yeah,
you
I'm
took-
taking red.
oh,
dude.
red for sure. Yeah,
I'm in the game. Let's go.
yeah.
Different question that popped up on one of the YouTube videos I was watching. If somebody offered you $1 million right now, or okay, I phrased that wrong. If somebody offered you $10 million right now, just here's $10 million, or they offer you $1 million, and you go back in time 10 years.
Oh, $1
Oh, give me
million
$1 million and send me 10 years
10
back.
years back. Yeah.
Now that means you got to relive. Now, obviously, you can change whatever you want to change, but still, you got to relive the last 10 years
I'm
of your
going
life.
back with 10 years of knowledge that I have now
Oh,
with $1 million.
Yeah.
In stock,
Dude, they're going to say Elon who?
Wait.
You can, see, that's the
How
thing.
do you take the $1 million back with you? Is it in cash? Or are we in a time machine? Or do they just pop me there? I want to make sure I got my $1 million when I go back there.
You get
You'll
it.
have it.
Again,
Neil.
this is a hypothetical. The money's there. It's like
It'll be cash predated from the date you're going to. It's all perfectly spendable and ready to go.
It's all completely legal.
Season.
It's not the IRS ain't gonna hunt you down and try to figure out how you got this money.
Untraceable.
See, that's why I'm trying to figure out, because there's a lot of people who go, oh, I can't wait to go back in time. I'll go buy this, and this. I'm like, man, you got to find money that was made at that time or before it.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do nowadays.
You ain't gotta worry about that.
That'll all be taken care of.
I was
That's covered.
I was shocked how quick you guys choose to go back in time. I mean, I would take that option too, but like I said, you got to think a lot of stuff's going to change.
yeah,
You know,
but
10 years is now.
How
like,
much
for
stuff
us, we-
can I change in 10 years' time
And
with
it'd
$1
be
million?
easy.
it's, I mean, how much do you want to change? Because you got all your knowledge from now. It's like you're basically like getting transported back 10 years,
Right.
and you've got $1 million worth of legal cash.
just put it in a stock and you'll be rich the rest of your life if you know that stock does well now and it went up like say a stock 10 years ago wasn't doing well and it's
Invest
booming
in
right now.
GameStop.
You put it in now or 10 years ago, now you'd have millions and millions and millions of dollars instead of just 10 million.
Right. Going back with knowledge and the million, yeah, that's the route I'd go for sure.
You know, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to take the $10 million and live out my life like it is now.
And it's funny enough, most of the YouTubers, because there's a group of like 11 of them, when that question was asked, they all basically unanimously agreed that they didn't want to go back in time.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
So much of their life would change.
That's
that
crazy
they
to me.
Said they probably couldn't. They couldn't mirror to get back to where they are now. Even though they can make more money by going back in time,
Well,
they couldn't mirror their life to that point. Now, all these YouTubers are all either in their mid late 20s or
oh, see, man,
mid 30s.
they're probably rich
I'm
already,
way
aren't they?
closer to, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, especially for Jamie and Jackie, you going back 10 years is not a big jump for you guys.
No, that'd be 39.
Even for me, heck,
So wait a
not a lot to change for me in the last 10 years.
That'd be 13. Woo.
Yeah.
With $1 million
You gotta
and 10
think about
years
that.
worth of knowledge.
Yeah, but you got to understand,
You
you just
would-
can't invest your money now. You're too young.
And you also got to remember, we don't know you. We don't get the luxury of, if you go back in time, you keep your memories. We don't. So you're probably never going to meet us. With that type of money, even though you live right below me, but with that type of money, I probably wouldn't know who you was and would never meet you.
Y'all think I would forget you guys?
You
It's-
wouldn't forget us, but we would have to forget
We
you.
would forget you. So
no,
you'd
you
have
would
to
just have to
reacquaint yourself with us.
you wouldn't know him, he would know you. So he would just have.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Kind of like a Tom Holland situation.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. You basically, yes. You're now Tom Holland.
That would.
We're
well,
not
now
gonna.
that I think about that, wait a minute. Because that would be kind of hard. Like, knowing that you. Oh, I don't know, actually. Hold
Because
on.
if you get $10 million now, you could still invest that now.
Yeah.
And 10 years from now, have a bunch of money.
Because there's some friends I had that I might not even. Oh, wait a minute.
There we go.
see?
Now you're actually
Now
thinking about
you're
it.
thinking about what will happen.
I didn't take enough time to think about probably redoing the years for Jackie and Jamie because 10 years for you guys is not. And like I said, even for me, not a lot to change in the last 10 years for me. So I could easily go back 10 years and I would still know both. Well, I would know. I've known Jackie forever, so
How would I
definitely-
not know y'all?
And I would know
So
Jamie for a while.
You definitely know me.
How would I not?
Yeah, I'm getting it. You guys would still know me if I went back 10 years.
Yeah, we're not.
We
going
would start
back
this
to our
podcast
teens.
a lot earlier. If
It would have been started.
Oh, with
hell of a lot
with $1
sooner.
million 10 years ago, yeah, we'd have YouTube channels.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we talked about it for 10 years.
Exactly.
And again, it was just one
It would
day
be-
it was like,
It would be PewDiePie who? Mr. Beast who?
And
What about those guys from the Sticks?
well, I mean, to be fair,
Who,
10 years
are rolling in it.
10 years ago, PewDiePie was still a huge YouTuber, one of the biggest.
I'd have guy got 10 years to eclipse him and a bunch of money.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was just this thing where Mr. Beast was talking about a video. Mr. Beast put a video on YouTube 10 years ago, but scheduled it to release 10 years later, and it just released. So yeah, and looking at what Mr. Beast was 10 years ago,
oh, yeah.
8,000 subscribers. Now he's the biggest YouTube channel in history, bigger than music channels and all the other stuff.
That's the thing about Mr. Beast. You don't see a lot of famous people other than Mr. Well, some of them do, but he's the only like content creator or famous person that has a shit ton of money that I've seen that actually tries to help people that need it. He gets backlash for it.
He does, but a lot of times his friends supposedly benefit from it. Does all these, when it first started out, I'm going to give away this home if you can survive it. And it's all his friends.
It is.
And these cars, it's all his friends. So is he really giving them that? Or is it just a ploy to say he did that to get the views?
It's for a video, but it doesn't change the fact that
Same thing.
his
He's
friends
doing with
get
the
stuff.
money. He's
Oh, yeah, they definitely get stuff now and everything.
it's no different than what if I was doing it. You guys would be the ones benefiting primarily. Well then, that was a tangent I was not expecting to go on.
That's a wild tangent.
Based off of my single question.
Oh, are we done?
Yep. I say we wrap it up.
You got something you got to say? Get something
Yeah,
up?
sure. Why not?
okay.
You also got to think, man, if you went back 10 years,
Oh, okay.
and think hot tub time machine, you'd have to be real careful because, say, any one of us did that, we could put out a song. Say, if one of us were musical, that someone else had put, you remember from Hot Tub Time Machine when they like ruined that one girl's career?
Yep.
Anyway, you'd have to be real careful, but give me the 10 years. I'll give it a try.
You know how like in
I mean,
You'd have to walk on eggshells on certain subjects, though.
in a lot of movies, how if you change something from the past, it like
Butterfly effect.
messes up the future. That could also
So
happen.
you
It
could really
could.
screw
You could
up
cause,
things,
like-
too.
You can cause Armageddon. You know what I mean? Oh man.
So, there could be big mistakes made if you have future knowledge and go back into the
so
past.
just give me my 10 mil now.
I don't
We
know,
would
man.
have a recording studio to do our podcasts in and our YouTube videos from, and we'd be good. 10 mil buys a hell of a studio.
No, this is true.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, in this state it does.
Yeah,
You go to a different state, maybe not.
I'm not going to California or New York. You can forget that.
Yeah. I don't think any of us want to, so.
Yeah.
I want to visit, but I don't want to stay long.
Exactly.
And only in the daylight.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Well, I guess that's gonna be us right there. Do
Yep.
everything.
Well, me and Josh will dive into Ghost of Yotai next week
Oh yeah.
because by that time, hopefully, I will have finished the game. Josh, I think, already has.
Well, I was gonna play it last night and I didn't. I was too tired when I got in from work. I went right to bed.
You lazy.
I played it for like 6 hours yesterday. So, and I plan on leaving here and playing for about 12 hours. So,
Heck yeah, that's what I'm doing when I leave. It's
anyway, till next
Later.
week.